great start not having live split. Ready to go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. There we go. But yeah, I feel like the Zelda community has been amazingly welcoming to me just as like a person who's interested in the games. And like one of the things that interests me most about a lot of like the bigger speed games, because like I love seeing how any game can be speedrun. There's like a lot of enjoyment that I get out of just that. But it's also like there's something really special to me about when you have this huge community that are all so devoted to something, how everything becomes a community effort. And even when something is seemingly competitive, like there's a leaderboard, like only one person gets to be at the top. Even then, it still feels like it's a community effort. Just testing us the first time to make sure you're paying attention. Yeah, there will be a quiz at the end. Definitely there will be a quiz to see how much people retained from yesterday. Can you use numbers to select the cards? I don't think so. Yeah, no, numbers don't do anything. Woo! I'm just gonna do the same thing I did in my GDQ run where I mess up at the beginning. And no, unfortunately you cannot, but yeah, like everything becomes this huge community effort, and like everybody like is so excited just to have more people to share it with, and everybody brings different ideas to the table. And like one of the most exciting moments to me as being like on the fringe of the Zelda community and like watching a lot of Zelda runs was just that like people are discussing the new, if anybody's aware, Wind Waker All Dungeons for SD got a major reroute in the last couple months, and people were discussing like something to do with that, and it was kind of like serious time, and I was like, I'm just gonna ask a dumb question real quick. What would happen, like, would you get any utility out of doing this? And like the fact that people actually considered it and they were like, oh, we hadn't thought of that before. And I was like, I have contributed! Even if I'm not a runner, I've made my tiny contribution. And even if it amounts to nothing, like I have put forth an idea that may or may not have some limited utility. And that's all I can hope for. And I felt very much like, even though I'm not a runner for a Zelda game at this moment, I felt like, you know, I was allowed to be in the room, so to speak. And it's a like lovely and inviting feeling. And hooray, good RNG! But yeah, like lovely, lovely group of people, and like have been like very, hello Gwendolyn, how are you today? Thanks for stopping by. But have been very like accepting of like me wanting to join things as well, which has been a great comfort. But hello, welcome to, we were supposed to be doing world record attempts before Baba tonight, and then Twitch decided to shit itself. So why am I succeeding in this? I'm not supposed to be succeeding in that. It's been a sec since you've been able to drop by. How am I? I am lovely. I am still in a haze post-performing at GDQ. I've kind of been like honestly been on cloud 9 about it. And other than that, I've been in a weird space out of internet recently. Maybe for anyone who doesn't know, I have severe chronic back pain, that's been acting up. And usually it's not that bad, but it's been kind of annoying recently. So, devoting time and energy into being able to still be here and still be like still get to interact with people and still get to meet people through the wonders of Signs of the Sojourner and speedrunning is kind of the highlight of my weeks right now. How is Quibi? Is Quibi a keep talking module? Struck on password at embarrassing amount of time. Was it the original password, or is it the fancy one that has more words that I don't know all the words to? Because, like, I need to know if... Oh, it's a full bomb. Okay. I need to know if I would have been able to help you. A 10-minute 45. Damn. That really is a speed run of a bomb. You have returned. Welcome back. We shall greet your return with a party in great Oh my goodness. Hello, clubbers. Thank you for writing with the party of 21. Hello, Sassy. Hello, everyone. Oh my gosh. Hello. Welcome, everyone, to chat. Fucking, fuck. Oh no. How did runs go? Hello. Thank you for the follows. Blublock and Sassy. I am sorry that your runs were Monka S. Welcome to a interesting adventure of a stream. So we were doing runs earlier, and Twitch decided it wanted to just shit its pants. Unfortunately, and I changed to playing casual Baba until I no longer had the brain capacity to play Baba as you, and now we're back to runs because we've come full circle, and I wanted a chiller time. And thank you for the sip. I will definitely be a sip. You should be doing a lurky while you risk 2 whole reigns. I don't know what that means, but good luck with them. I hope that your risk pays off. But hello, everyone. How fared the runs Risk of Rain 2. I'm smart. I'm not smart. I am. I'm attached at the hip. They'll never get rid of me. If anybody's unaware, this is a card game, and also a deck builder, and also a conversation simulator. It's a strange game, and this is the game that I speedrun, that nobody knows quite how it works except for me, because it's too opaque. But believe me when I say RNG has been kind this run so far. Can put my water bottle not in front of chat so I can actually see what people are saying. Who is experting for you, Gwendolyn? Yes, Cap does understand it. Cap has played through it twice now. I did not know you got to the second playthrough. It's very unique. Your eyes were glued to the GDQ hotfix for an hour. That's awesome. I'm so glad it was interesting. Like in all of my practices, I was like, how do I make sure that people don't get, like, burnt out? Like, I wanted it to be very much an experience if you wanted to just hang out and watch the art go by, that you could, but also, like, an experience where if what you get out of watching speedruns is understanding them, I could break things down as as much as I possibly could given the time, so that people could follow along and kind of know why I did most things I did. Oh, Puddle! I don't know this person. But if they're fast, I want to meet them. How does it feel to be one of the only people in the world who deeply knows and understands something? I'll be real, that is a weird kind of, like, feeling in, like, reference to this game, to be like, I make jokes all the time about, like, ha ha ha, like, Polish's world record or whatever, because, like, I appreciate that I get to have the world record, but also there's not a ton of competition for it at this moment. So, like, it kind of feels like, oh, it's a world record by default. But, like, it's also a weird feeling to kind of put that in context the other direction of, like, this is a weird niche game, but as far as I know, I'm, like, the best in the world at it. Which is that's a superlative that sounds so much more weighty. I'm like, oh my god. Very chill and very noticeably slower Argic vibe. I'm not often told that I am slower. I talk pretty fast a lot of the time, and I sometimes try to chill out, and sometimes I just lean into it because I'm like, whatever, it's fine. Hey, we're green. And we got 5 items. Hell yeah. Yeah, nobody speaks at Argic speeds. Nobody speaks at Argic speeds. Like, yeah, again, I mentioned earlier, I'm a huge fan of Punchy. Did a run of Baba Is You a couple of GDQs ago, and Punchy also is a person who speaks a mile a minute and is somehow intelligible the whole time. And, like, every time he does a run, I'm blown away. Like, really, there are people out there who have taught me very much that commentary is a skill, and one that like, some people are just, like, born to do, seemingly. But I'm sure, like, there's more to it than that, and that there's a lot of practice that goes into that. I forgot to reset my item counter. There we go. It is kind of nice not having to do my item counter analog. Also, I appreciate your love, Gwendolyn, and I hope Argic appreciates your love, because much love to Argic. We're gonna get rid of that, I guess. Where am I going? Who is it? It's Elias. Elias who? Elias, who has a musical concert you forgot to attend. Oh yeah, we never attend the concert. We never get back in time for the concert. Like, I think I've succeeded in the mission for the concert, like, twice. Like, I think every other time I've either been too late for the concert entirely, or I've, like, just failed at getting the instrument, and then, you know, I started doing speedruns, and I stopped doing as many, like, just casual playthroughs. Are you telling off Deader for being unintentionally, NSFW, or are you telling off Deader for being funny and we encourage Deader to do more? Because the latter one is more accurate. Unintentionally NSFW is, like, as much as I would like to avoid it, I never will, and I will always make comments that sound horrible coming out of my mouth and not realize it, because apparently I'm a horribly innocent little person. And for anybody who doesn't know, by the way, there's a quest line in the game that I think it's on this like circuit. The option that you chose, which is intentionally NSFW. Why did I do that? That was just, I picked up the wrong card. That's okay. Almost making you laugh very loudly and wake up your mother. It's valid, but also laughing is fun. I'm all here for laughs. Like, get all those laughs. That is also a very strong choice, and I support your choice, Glibbers. There is... Here's a fun story. So, this is about as NSFW as I intentionally get. 12 years military. Wow. That's awesome, man. That is more commitment than I think I have ever been able to show to something in my life. You talked about hair and health and exercise for a long while today. Yes, you did. So, like, I think that means that any amount of NSFW content's okay, right? When I was working at the gay hippie camp, which is a thing I did, I worked at a gay hippie camp, and when I was working there, like, it was like during orientation week for counselors, so there were no campers there yet. It was fine. It would be half my life. That is true. I am quite small. But none of the campers were there, and I think we were playing, if anybody's familiar with the game, Dominion? I think we were playing Dominion. I don't remember if it was a Dominion card or a Magic card, though, but, like, a lot of us played a lot of card games, and, somebody, like, you know, was just, like, showing, somebody else the art on a card, and was like, this art looks, like, weirdly awkward, right? And, a person was just like, one of my friends was looking at it and goes, man, she looks like, he looks like he's coming over here to fuck me up. Or he looks like he wants to come over here and fuck me up. And I just went, really? It looks like he wants to come. And then just stopped the sentence as if there was more sentence. And it was the weirdest experience because, like, everybody was so used to me not doing that, like, the entire room looked at me, and I was like, it was a bad joke. Don't look at me. Continue on with what you're doing. And they were like, no, wait, you have to stop and acknowledge this. And I was like, no, I don't. It's fine. But I feel like I can get away with being bad at NSFW humor when it's like on reserves for special occasions. Special occasions when I want to bother people, I guess. You play one card game that isn't poker? What is it? I don't think I've heard you talk about card games. And obviously I love card games. Like, I'm also very tempted at some point because, like I'm not good at Slay the Spire by any metric. Of, like, you know, there are people out there who are insane at Slay the Spire, and can do things that, like, I could never dream of doing. A trading card game called Mythgard. I don't know that one. I'm, like, top 5% of players just by commitment, in Slay the Spire, because I think that's what the statistic works out to, something like that, because I have an A20 heart kill, and I would love to, like, play Slay the Spire on stream, and, like, you know, proceed to mess up, because I feel like very much my approach to Slay the Spire has been shotgun, that I've just been playing it for years, and, like, I have it on Switch, so I'll, like, play it while I'm waiting for my melatonin to kick in at night. And it's hardly ever, like, you know, a very active decision, what I'm doing. So I mess up a lot. And I have love runs that do not live very long. Well, that wasn't a great first one, but we have 2 minutes and 15 seconds. You have a friend who doesn't realize she sets herself up for NSFWs, and whoops, sorry. Ooh, hell yeah. gotta go with that one. 9 years later, we still rag on her for something she said so innocently. That's how I feel a lot of the time, honestly, is that, like, I feel like welcome to advertising land. There's a Discord. It gets advertised in chat like every however many minutes because I didn't set up a second advertising message other than just the Discord. But in the Discord, there is a quote board of things that have been said on stream. Most of them are, in fact, just me saying things that I accidentally did not realize sounded horribly NSFW until I actually saw them leave my mouth, and then I went, oh no. Oh, I've heard of Red Dragon Inn. I think my boss was telling me about Red Dragon Inn. Asher is not here right now, but Asher goes by Spicy Quill on Twitch. He's taking a break from streaming currently because he had some like real life things to attend to, but he streams a lot of Pokemon stuff and a lot of other just like fun things, and we started streaming at the same time. We've been friends for a while, and like the joke is that we're each other's beards. We're the friend that we point to because we act sometimes like an old married couple. It's like, yeah, you can pretend that we're definitely straight. Sure. But he started streaming around the same time as me, and we kind of have some assets joined together to help each other out. And I'm hoping he comes back to streaming soon, because I was supposed to get to make his emotes once he made affiliate, and I ran out of my own emote slots. Now I have to wait until I get better at making emotes in order to update my emotes anymore. But for that I need practice, so I need to make more emotes. So come on, Asher's gotta get affiliate soon so that I can draw some Cyndaquils. But yeah, I did see that people were like watch partying together while I was live, and that really like made my day. I'm glad you like the emotes. Yeah, I did all the art on the channel except for like you can't see it because it doesn't appear very like enormously often, but my friend did my sub like animation because he is an amazing animator. But yeah, everything. Oh, are you heading to bed, Gwen? Thank you for stopping by. It has been nice to see you again, and I hope our schedules line up again soon. Thank you. I'm glad you like the emotes, Jinja. But yeah, I was an art student for 2 years of high school. I went to like a regional art school. Fun fact, only went there because and it's cowboy time before you leave. I only went there because I didn't want to go to my like home districted school anymore. It like frustrated me, and like was not going super well for me. So I went to this vocational art school, and sometimes I just rely on the fact that I still have the equipment to do some of the art stuff. Okay, good night, Gwendolyn. Go to sleep knowing that as soon as it's the end of the run, I will be switching over the top hat. Because I can't do it during the run, unfortunately, because this run has like no breaks. But good night. Thank you again for stopping by. But yeah, like, I kind of take advantage of the fact that, like, I still have a drawing tablet, and, like, I have some vague art skills that I can dust off occasionally. and I would love to, like, get better at all the art type of stuff and doing the art for, like, for my channel, and I missed one somehow. There we go. I'm at 11. That's really good, actually. Let's see how RNG fares for the rest of this, but this one might do well. We're gonna see. We shall found the cult of Fun Butte. Yes. I stand in support of this decision. I was trying to figure out earlier, because Fun Butte was streaming Keep Talking? No, not Keep Talking. Yes. For anybody who doesn't know, we have a tiny cowboy hat, and is dedicated to Fun Butte, because Fun Butte has decided that she must be named the gift sub cowboy, and we support this name for her. We support her naming choices. There we go. That is a very nice name for a server. Here's the weird thing, right? I don't remember why our Discord server is named what it is. Like, I don't remember who came up with it. It had to be one of us, right? But, like, I don't remember why. We're okay streamers is the server name. I don't remember, was the joke that we're streamers but we're only kind of okay at it? Was the joke an okay boomer meme? I don't know. Have a fancy edgeguard looking thing on them. So when I get 4 in a row like that, it puts up one of those edgeguard looking things, and that's called an accord. I talked briefly about it during the run, but it's one of the more complicated elements of the run, so I unfortunately didn't get to discuss it quite as much as I wanted to, just because it takes a little more time and effort to discuss. But, oh yes, thank you. Please? That's not great, but that'll work. But yeah, it's called an accord, so it functions like a backstop that if I cause a mismatch, and watch this be really fast, that, like, we can just fail with him and it'll be fine. But if I get a mismatch after I have an accord, it's kind of like a pause in the conversation that we can, like, go back to. It was something we agreed upon, sort of, like, writing-wise, flavorfully, so we, like, go back to the accord instead of, you know, them just thinking that I'm horribly awkward. Which is good for safety. And the ones that are gold, you won't see them very often. Oh, and there we got another one. That's a single-use accord, and basically, if I play that specific card that it's on, like, in a chain, it'll have an accord on the end of it, but only until it's been played once. Then it goes back to being a normal card. So you'll see me kind of try to avoid using them. Thank you, Liz the Wizard, for following. How are you doing? You are now a corgi. How do you feel being a corgi? I've always wanted to be a corgi. That was a slower option. But yeah, I think they do add a lot of kind of, like, depth to the gameplay, which is kind of cool. We're a little bit, like, our deck's a little bit not great right now. Didn't follow while you're on GDQ. Oh, you still get to be a corgi even if you didn't follow while I was live. It's fine. You always will get to be a corgi. Everybody can be a corgi. Like, I love the animation for the corgi, and it was one of the defaults, and I was just like, everybody wants a corgi. Does it let you unfollow and refollow? I honestly don't know. I've never tried to do that to somebody. Like, because, like, that's not the animation my friend did. I love the animation my friend did, but he did something that's like more specific to me and my stream. You have a husky and a German shepherd. You'd get destroyed by being a corgi. Oh no. Husky and German shepherd though are A+ choice of dogs. Not to say there are any bad choices of dogs. I don't think that there are. But personally, I do think huskies and German shepherds are some of the cutest dogs. Alright, where am I in items? I'm at 15 items. That's pretty great. That's pretty good, because then we're picking up at least one here. Hopefully we get an item from Thunder in either Old Murray or Anka. Seems like you unfollow and then refollow, it doesn't trigger the alert. That is sad. What if you just want more corgis? That's true. I heard people debating the other day of, did they change it so that you can only, what am I trying to say? You only like get to the raid message, if you have, or not the raid message, the, what's it called? The host message, if you have multiple people you're hosting, or is that just like a setting for channels of a certain size? Because somebody had said that like that used to be a thing, that you'd get a host message for one person, and you don't anymore. You can't think of a dog that's full of love energy but is inherently low energy. Fuck. Most dogs can be that way. Like, what I love about, I say my dog, but not really my dog. It's my parents' dog, who I visit. He is wonderful, but he's so full of energy, and then the moment he's done, his favorite thing to do is, oh, let's do that. His favorite thing to do above anything else is, if you have a blanket on your lap, which a lot of people in my family do, I almost always have a blanket on my lap, then he'll like nose down some of the blanket so that he can be on it with you, and then curl up and just like have zero energy and want to be like a part of your leg for as long as you'll let him be there, and it's the cutest and sweetest thing. Love that good boy. He's really, really wonderful. We just learned he has a mild seizure disorder, and it was very concerning, but he's okay now. But I felt so bad for my poor little baby. We might not win this one. Yeah, we won't, but that's okay. I don't care. I don't care. Ramir can go to jail. I'm ahead. So, yeah, get gone, man. No Thunder, so we're gonna take Damien. You're not bulky, you're not demanding enough to be a cat. Are cats ever demanding? I don't think I've seen a demanding cat. Like, yeah, if you fail that conversation, Ramir, goes to jail for being a smuggler. Like, I avoided it in the GDQ run, but, in this one, whatever. Like, usually cats are pretty, like, laid back and hands off, right? Paws off. Doesn't matter what we do, it'll work out. You know, like, in my experience, like, that's the thing, I like cats, I like all animals, honestly, but, like, I have a harder time getting along with cats because I just want them to want to be snuggly with me, and when they're not, I feel sad. Oh, long route. It's okay. It's okay. It's true. Cats are pretty varied. You've also seen demanding cats, but also in very independent carts. Love a good independent cart. Yeah, it's true that every animal has its own personality and like has their own moods. They have moods where they want to be snuggled and loved, and they have moods where they definitely don't. Hey, it's Thunder! Hey, Thunder! Are you gonna put me ahead in the run? Are you gonna put me ahead in the run? Please do. I'm gonna be tired. 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 Good boy. Good boy. Oh! So here's the weird thing about this run is that like it's gonna say that we're probably gonna be only a little bit ahead, but we're actually pretty far ahead because we have a lot of items, and I need to check how many items we have. And whoop, there we go. Really consistent on that last split. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's what I have written. That's what I like to see. It would be really amazing if the first night after Hotfix we could get a new PB. I would love that. You've never met a cat that will leave you alone until they get their way. I think you just appeal to cats, Stetter. You know how some people, like, I think, dogs appeal more to me than cats do because they're more forward often. But I've never considered if I appeal more to dogs or if I appeal more to cats. And I think I actually appeal more to cats, personally. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't spent enough time with cats because my sibling is horribly allergic. Why did I do that? That's fine. I can deal with it. Your cat never asks for food because she's a grazer. Aww. That's so nice, because, like, I've taken care of very briefly. I used to house sit for a family that had 2 cats, and one of them was, like, had a grazing feeder type of thing, but he also would try to steal the wet food from all the other animals, and it was not good. It was, like, he was so overweight, and he kept being mean to the other animals because he wanted their food, and I was like, no, it makes me so sad to have to say no to you. You're so cute. Don't make me say no. You love reptiles and hate mammals. That's interesting. What is the best reptile? I don't know. Like, you'll have to educate me. I do love snakes. I think snakes are really cool, but snakes can also be kind of terrifying. What are we at? We're at 19. So I think we're gonna talk to... Let's see. We're just gonna go through the regular route for this loop. Okay. Tomas, I tried to set that up. Turtles are also really, really cute. I love sea turtles. Why do they have to be so endangered? Like, I love sea turtles. Alright, we're gonna do that, and then that. Appreciate lizards from close up and alligators and crocodiles from far away. Yeah, please don't get eaten by a crocodile. I know you're in Canada, but I don't want to hear about you going to Florida, okay? I'll do that. Very nice. Keep a snake fed and you'll be okay. The most recent X has 2. One of them is 20 feet. Oh my gosh. That is a long snake. How on earth do you even take care of that? You did go to Florida. Did you get eaten by an alligator? Or is there a crocodile in Florida? I always forget. Sure thing. Like, if you go to Florida, do you automatically get eaten by an alligator? 20-foot snake. That is so much snake. Like, I can't even conceive of an animal that big. Of, like, how do you take care of it? How do you interact with it? How do you show it love? I like to say that my metric for cuteness, though, is, does it look fun to hug? And does it have a boopable nose? And snakes, I feel like, are debatably fun to hug. Like, it's some people's cup of tea, whether or not that looks good and huggable or not. some people, I'm sure, wouldn't want to hug them, but that's valid. I think they look moderately fun to hug. But do they have a boopable nose? Oh, hell yes. That, like, I see them stick out their little tongues, and I just want to, like, make the little hiss noise back at them and boop their little noses. Like, that's so cute to me. Turtles are fun to pet. They have a shell. We can also show appreciation for turtles. Turtles are pretty great. That'll work. I used to have rabbits, and I had a rabbit. I love animals with all black fur. I think that it's like so amazingly cute. I used to have a rabbit with all black fur, and she would yawn and stick out her little tongue, and her tongue would be so pink. And I would just look at her and be like, wow. Gonna have stream on the background. You should turn in for the night. Good luck with the run. Thank you so much for the luck, and thank you for stopping by. I hope you have had fun, and like, I hope we can see you around. And I also hope you have a good sleep. I have many hopes. I hope you are not overwhelmed by my hope. Okay, we're taking that. Turtles are kind of assholes. They don't want anything to do with you unless you bring food. That's valid of them, though. They want something out of the interaction, you know? I don't know what I would be as a dog. Alright, so we're gonna be up a little bit of time, but here's the cool thing. We picked up 3 items. We're at 21. We only have 2 conversations to finish out the game. So, well, 2 items. So we only have to take 2 optional conversations, and we can just pick the fastest ones. So that's pretty neat. We might have a shot at this. We have to talk to Nadine. Please do. We have a floof zone just for pictures. Currently, the person who uses it most is Mackenzie, who is not here right now. Sends us pictures of their bird, and I love their bird. Because their bird's also named Pippin, which is so cute and appropriate. So we have an emote of him now. Dogs like dogs like car rides and affection. Oh, dogs like car rides. I suppose dogs are like car rides. It's like, I don't know how you're interacting with your dog, but I have some questions. So here's the question, though. Do we bank the entire success of the run on Thunder? Not that Thunder. We don't talk to Thunder here, very unfortunately. But there's a good chance that Thunder will appear in Old Marais and give us another item. But we have to decide whether or not we take an item here first. So we're gonna take the fast item here, clearly. I don't know what to do. I mean, I don't know. How you guys feeling? Are we feeling risky? Are we trusting Thunder with our lives today? You have goggles for your dogs so they can stick their heads out the window. Aww. Sweet little dogs. I've never had a dog. I'm gonna take the safety conversation. It's quick. I've never had a dog who wanted to stick their head out the window. I've always had dogs that just wanted to curl up in the back and be like, okay, I'm here now. Except for, that wasn't good. The first time my parents' dog ever went in a car, he was like 14 weeks old. We had just got him. He was a rescue. And we think now what had happened was he was a reject show dog. But so he was really young and really tiny, and he was too wily and kept getting out of the box we had him in the back seat. And it was like, it's fine, I'll just hold him. Why did I volunteer for this? So he peed on the seat between me and my mom, who were, like, sitting in the back with him. And then, while I was holding him and, like, trying to calm him down, he puked on me. Because apparently he got car sick, and he's never been car sick again. But, like, sometimes, my parents will be like, oh, remember when he was a tiny puppy? And I'll be like, yeah, remember when he puked on me in the car? Remember? It wasn't fun. You're terrified of being in cars, but love car rides. You're low energy and an introvert. If you asked you to go out every day with someone... Oh, it's a good thing we went for safety. He didn't show up. Thunder. He's been flaky on me recently. He would go for hour-long walks. Absolutely would. That's valid. I have very mixed feelings about vehicles. In general, like, I can drive, and I enjoy, to some degree, being on, like, long car rides by myself. Because, like, it's just kind of, I like the feeling of, like, temporary isolation, that there are people right outside, but I'm in my own little world. I can sing as loud as I want, I can do whatever I want, and nobody's gonna really mess with me. And, like, I love that feeling, but at the same time, I'm, like, constantly aware of how dangerous cars are. And I hate that part of it. When you first got your German Shepherd, she pooped all over the back seat of your car within 3 minutes. Oh no. Oh, dogs. Hell yeah. It's on a provisional basis, but that means we got the correct text. So. Cool. And we're failing out of the conversation apparently because we have too much crap in our tank. That's alright. It's because we didn't talk to Thunder the second time. We would have one less fatigue. The caravan stays. Hell yeah. Gotta get rid of a shuffle away because I don't need that many. But if we can get through 2 more conversations in 2 minutes, which we should be able to, this run's looking good. This run is looking good. Come on, Elias. Come on. I just need to talk to you for 2 minutes, okay? Hopped in the back and only she was like trying to like find the bathroom in your car. She was like, oh yeah, you know how they have the mobile bathrooms at the back of the bus? I'm sure that this is just a tiny bus and there's definitely the bathrooms in the back. See, you didn't realize it, but it was actually genius dog logic. It just didn't translate super well. Okay, we're gonna take that, and don't split there. You don't split there. 2 items, it's so laughable. Don't give her credit, she was 8 weeks old. Well, how do you know she wasn't a genius at 8 weeks old? You never know. Alright, we are friends with Elias on this run. Hell yeah, always love a PB where you're friends with Elias. I'm blown away that this run has gone as well as it has. To be honest, like, please can this last conversation go well? But other than that, like... You're a good driver but terrified of being in the driver's seat. That's really interesting because I always have problems with, I get headaches from being in the car for too long, but I don't get them if I'm driving, which is really weird. Like, if I'm the one in the driver's seat, I don't get a headache. If, like, I'm in any other seat in the car, I will eventually get a headache, and it really sucks. Because I like traveling places. I like getting places. She's not a genius now. Well, how do you know she didn't devolve? Y'all, that was a surprising world record. Hey. before, because I think on that amazing note of impromptu world record. Hello, Moo! Thank you for the GG! But on the interesting note of that impromptu world record, I'm probably gonna call it a night myself. But before I do, I know there was a hat redeemed, so we have to, yeah, 30 more seconds down. And I can tell you exactly what 30 seconds it was too. Like, I took an extra very short conversation in my previous world record, and now I didn't. So we're almost at sub 49. We probably could have gotten sub 49 if I played a little bit more ideally, but you know what? I'm not picky.